gold's moving and I'm on it. XAUUSD is setting up clean and I'm walking you through the whole thing. Live analysis, entry logic, and how I spot winning setups. If you're tired of guessing and ready to see how real trades come together, stick around. This one's about precision. Let's break it down. Alright, following the pre-market analysis that we did over the weekend, we were around here before the market opened. So as I said, the market was bound to first do a gap down, right? So and usually it's usually dangerous for you to live maybe, let's say, limit orders, at lower levels like this. You want to allow price to play out, then wait for confirmation, then you maybe, let's say, jump into a position. But it's really important to first see how the market opens, right? As you can see from here, the market opened right here at 1 a.m. UTC +3. So from depending where you are, you can just plus or minus you can plus or minus the hours, right, wherever you come from. But anyway, from where I come from, the market opened at 1 a.m. It's currently 2:51 a.m. You already know I already dipped my face in ice water, and I'm here ready to make at least 10,000. That's right. Okay. And what do we see here? Just upon the open, price went down about 263 pips. As you can see here, 2,600 points. That's a lot. Okay. And as it did this, we're currently on the 5-minute time frame. And as it did this, it came and took the liquidity that was resting at this low. So we had a week to week break of structure. Usually this is not a conclusive kind of break, and even when we see what price did here, even at these immediate lows, we still had another week to week body structure. So very break of structure. So we can't really say that the market is bullish. Sorry, is bearish, right? So most of the people will be like, oh no, the market wants to sell. But usually this is what price does. It has to first set itself up before we see any big moves happen in the market. So all we have to do right now is to first be patient, see how price plays out. If it were to go to the 1-minute time frame, so as you can see, as price opened, gap down. Some other brokers will show this as a gap, but I'm currently on I think this is FXCM, and it shows me that it was one big bearish candle, but actually it's on most brokers it will just show you a gap down. So what do we say? In the previous video, I explained that usually on Monday, if at all we're going to be bullish for the next week, on Monday, price gaps down, and then probably you could expect price to fill up this gap by maybe 50% or sometimes 100%. Then you could see a retracement, and as that retracement happens, you should usually spot. You should spot either. Let's say we're bullish, you could spot a change character pattern. This is what to expect. You could expect to see a flip level get created, so an area where supply turns to demand. That's a basic explanation of what a flip is. And usually it's an entry criteria that I like to see the market, or a failed change of character pattern, or failed Quasimodo pattern, or whatever you want to call it, really, or a failed inverse head and shoulders pattern. So these are the kind of things that I really want to see. But currently, from the price that had already got created, right, just above the area that price broke, that just above this area where price broke above this daily candle here on Friday, that it had still left some areas of liquidity that hadn't got filled very well. So as you can see, price is already holding, is already being held up by this flip level already here. So there was also another flip level that I spotted right here. Though it looks like it already got used, and usually you see these are the kind of things that we want to see, right? These are the kind of things that these are the kind of entries that we want to take. We want to take an entry like that. And usually actually it's a sniper entry. So either price comes to a level to a level like this, to this level, or it creates for us a new level for us to get in at, and we'll see that later. I'm going to pile these clips together, so we go step by step. I'm not jumping in right now, but anyway, the reason why I'm still seeing this as a potential area, still because there was this little gap. Usually, what does such a gap do? It usually magnetizes price down to fill lower levels. As you can see here, there is a 1 minute flip level down here. So price could come to it or not. But if at all it doesn't come to it, well, we expect to see a new flip level get created, and we'll use that to break above the weekly open price, and from there on we'll just be maybe looking for new bullish setups that we can get in at, and we continue with the bullish momentum. And actually, the moment we cross that line, selling is out of the picture completely. Though there will be selling setups forming here and there, but we'll be focused on buying. Right now, yeah, you can sell, you can buy, because we're still below that line, but yeah, anyway, you get the point. So right now, as you can see, this area is 34 pips. I usually find an area that is usually below 40 pips good enough for me. But yeah, this is a zone to look out for, but you have to be mindful that price sometimes will not come back to such a level. So what we do is to simply wait for price to do whatever it's doing, and yeah. So as you can see, it's just beautiful price action. So to me, anyway, by price doing this, right, doing a week to week, it shows that price just wanted to grab some liquidity from these lows right here, and it's going to first be bullish for some time. So we could expect a retracement. I put an alert here to so I can come back to the charts and see what's going on, what price is doing, and react accordingly. I'll react accordingly. think I should also put a new alert right here.
Hey, take a look.
Right there.
Hey, take a look. Hey, take a look.
Okay. That's all that I'm going to do. So this, I have an alert just before price reaches the weekly open, and I have an alert above the weekly open. So in the event that maybe I missed the move below here, I can always catch the move up here. All right. So that's it for now. I'm going to keep you posted as we move on. All right, guys, we are back and the markets are moving perfectly, if I do say so myself. So let me first show you what I was talking about earlier about the weekly open gaps. Let me use another broker, and we shall use a wonder for this one. So as you can see, the gap, the price on opening, it gapped down, right? Just like how we anticipated the move. Then price partially filled this area before it coming back down to get some more liquidity. Then after that, we closed the gap fully. On closing the gap fully, let's go back to the chart that we had marked up. So on closing up fully, right? Price came to this area here. So this was the swing high that was created last week, and price failed to close above this area with a wick to body break of structure. So what does that mean? Okay, that usually means that now price is going to target lower liquidity zones. Even though we had gone above the weekly open price doing this wick to wick break of structure showed that sellers had still had more power in this chart. But then anyway, as price anyway still went back lower and lower, it still came back to test this weekly open price. So usually an area that price taps multiple times. So as you can see, we have multiple rejections here. So just know that there is liquidity build up at this level right here, the weekly open. So there is still liquidity to get that needs to get collected right here. Again, we still had a week to week break, meaning what? Sellers still had control of this market, right? Just like that. So currently, price just kept on to go down lower and lower. So yes, now this was the targeted low that I had anticipated, and yes, it has got taken out. And I had spotted a new buying zone, which is right here. I'm just going to see how it really plays out. It's currently 1:25 p.m. UTC +3, so you plus or minus from wherever you are. And it's the London session, right? Yeah, it's currently the London session right now. So what I expect is price to, let me use that. So what I expect is for price to give me some sort of change of character pattern. Could be a flip level, inverse flip, something like that. So this is something that I'm waiting for on the lower time frame. So most probably this could happen on the 15-minute time frame, the 5-minute time frame. This is where I like to confirm such changes of state of delivery, price state of delivery. Okay, so when I scale down to the 5-minute time frame, as you can see, this was the area. It had this gap right here. Yeah, so it's like, so most people would call this area an order block zone. So and one of the qualities of a good order block zone is having a fair value gap. Why? Because fair value gaps represent uh, inefficient pricing in the market, and usually most of the time such zones magnetize price to such price levels. So this is a good indicator. All I have to do is just wait it out and see how it goes. As you can see, there was some kind of flip here. So resistance turned to support. So I'm waiting for price to come back to this level and react, and we see how everything goes. Yeah, that's it for now. Yeah, anyway, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'll catch you later. All right, guys, we are back, and as you can see, price has hit the zone perfectly. Remember the zone that we marked out right here, the one that we talked about with the fair value gap or the inefficiency zone. Yeah, so price has hit that zone perfectly, and so far I've bagged 100 pips. Let me show you on the 1 minute time frame. I had is the initial entry was actually down here, and so far I've bagged 100 pips to confirm that this is the zone that is going to push price above the weekly open price. I need to see price close above this area here, at least 5 minute. Yeah, here I need to see price close above this zone right here, this high, and actually most preferably this area here. Then from there we will then fill this zone here, because now this also now becomes a targeted high. Take out this level and we'll probably see some rejection around this zone, but eventually I believe that price is going to break. We'll find that price will finally find the momentum and break above the weekly open price. But we are until the price validates our entry. All we can do is to just wait a little bit. As you can see, the entry was off of this zone right here. Let me zoom in a little bit so I can see it. Right there. Okay. That's what we got. All we can do is to wait. So we just have to wait it out. It's currently 4:59, and it's the New York session. All right, guys, we are back, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Okay, this price came down to this level. Usually most of the people who use actually fair value gaps, most of them tend to get in at the fair value gap area, but usually most of the time the fair value gap area is a place in time, a point of liquidity in time where price is magnetized to, and the actual area where price reacts is usually there are usually some hidden levels down below, and usually that's where you find that price tends to reach the areas of guys who trade fair value gaps. So as you can see here, gives them a fake reaction, and after that takes them out, and price goes for those low uh, lower levels, the flip zones. So initially, we're here. So I we're here when price had given us 100 pips, and the confirmation that I was waiting for to continue with, to add even to this trade, was to see price come and break above this level right here. But as you can see, price yesterday was a little bit sporadic, and on one of the accounts that I was trading, I tried to stack in more positions, but the price was moving in an unusual way. The only thing that I was prepared for was such a price shift in direction, or something like this. Uh, so I was like expecting kind of like even a shift, a flip, but in this lower time frame. So these are the only kind of things that I had anticipated. So as you can see, I think it's this one right here. This kind of model. As you can see it. So these are the kind of models that I was waiting for. And anyway, as you can see, well, price has played into the zone, and currently price is at 300 pips, and the idea is that price is going to eventually break above this high. This was the first targeted high right here, and now this is also going to get taken out, and probably we're going to see price take out the liquidity that is resting here at the weekly open level, and we can see we can see to refine levels, so that we can stack in some more trades, so we can scale in. Before the areas that I wanted to, I had the initial level of entry right here, then I had added another area of entry around here. However, price came to it, and it just melted through it. Price yesterday was doing deep retracements. I don't know why. It was doing very deep retracements. So anyway, that means there is a lot to learn. Even me, I need to learn more about these kind of liquidations that happen on these lower time frames, because most of the time they're the ones that cost us. Even when we have the right analysis, we have to be that careful. We have to be that cautious. We can't afford to get caught off guard, because we're dealing with money here. And even if it's $1, you have to know how exactly you're making that $1. And the other thing is patience. I on one of my other accounts, I was a little bit skeptical when I started to see this price dance around like this, and I cashed out late. Sorry, I cashed out early. Yeah, I cashed out early at around that 100 pip mark. That same account, that's where I tried to scale in, but then the price was doing very deep retracements. At that point, I could not wait. I couldn't wait for anything. I just left everything. I had one more position running. Well, I have still one more position running, and if at all I just left the thing to play out, I would have made more. But these are the things that traders struggle with. We're not perfect, but at least we aim to be perfect with the with each and every day by fixing the things that we do wrong, and we keep doing more of the things that we do right. So the other area of entry that I for scaling in that I'd put was this one, but then as you can see, price didn't come to it. So now it was crazy. So after price was doing these deep retracements, it just reached a point where now price started to, it now gave up when doing these deep retracements, and then it just said it got some stability around this zone, and well, now we see it's all the way up here. Today is Tuesday, 15th April 2025, and this is how the gold chart is looking like, just as predicted. So the thing is, usually they say that you have to get the full momentum, you catch the trade from the week, the actual week. So in the event that, okay, you anticipate that the weekly or the weekly time frame is going to be bullish, so you get in below the weekly open and you just hold the trade and you just ride it out. That's how you swing trade a position. So this is how it's currently looking like. As you can see, this first level got taken out. It was a targeted high. Why? Because it failed to break below this level. So it became a targeted high. As you can see, prices, after all this struggle, price is finally breaking above it. And this is something that I've realized about gold. Most of the trade entries for gold that are really strong, most of the time they give off this sideways movement, but then eventually skyrocket. So for some reason it just does this. I think it does, the price in gold does this to just throw off people. That's where you have to be mentally firm with your idea. You have to be strong. You have to just wait it out. You could even just leave it. You just leave it alone. So as you can see, this level was also good. Has also finally got taken out up here. Now the next level to take out is the weekly open price level. The moment we get above it, this will make this will show to us that the next days are also going to be bullish. So now we're still going to be looking for bullish setups, just so we can be on the right side of the market. So this is how price is looking like, going up to the 1 hour time frame. So this is how price is looking like. Oh, actually, let me first remove these. Actually, on the 1 hour time frame, we see that price did that shift pattern properly, but I think it's because I was over focusing on the lower time frame, so I got thrown off. That's why you also have to keep your emotions in check. Yeah, so anyway, did it perfectly. Another area of liquidity, for entry could be this zone right here, but I don't know. Let's see what it has. yeah, it's just nice to have it known. We'll see what price does if it comes back to this area. Okay, so that's it for now. We're up 300 pips. I told you this position is actually a 1000 pip move, but you can actually just get 500 and you're out. And if I told you don't see an entry right now, you can just wait for price to go above the weekly open level, and from there price will definitely form new areas of entry. It will definitely form them. This is how we're currently looking like. As you can see, price perfectly did that shift button on the higher time frames, as you can see anyway. That's why it's also important to zoom out and see what price is doing on the slightly higher time frames. For entry confirmations, as I said, we look at the 15-minute, the 5-minute time frame for entry confirmations, right? And to solidify our confirmations, we need to see these higher time frames shift as well in relation or in the same direction as these lower time frames. So now price has done this, so yes, we're definitely bullish. The higher time frame is bullish. Everything is now bullish. I believe even today is bullish too, as you can see. So unless otherwise, we will see what price does later on. I need to see price get above here, and we begin to see new candles trading into this area. So the moment this happens, the weekly candle is also now going to turn blue or green. And yeah, that's it for now.